Hello, Helge. So this is the SoManas podcast. You are our third guest.
Thank you very much
Okay.
having me here.
Yeah, and Helge has been using us for 6 months. And Helge was in international organization, which involve in internal conflicts and various complex issues. And he was an advisor, and it was a very, very stressful job. I understand that, right? Okay. So, thank you for joining us to tell people about your experience, and we're very looking forward to hear from you today. Okay. So, what was your first impression when you walked in here?
Yeah, maybe I have to remind myself a little bit, but I came here because I was in a quite dark spot in my life. I had some issues at work, family-wise, people passing away. I think I was physically burned out, mentally burned out. So I think I came at with a very low level of energy. You could see it, you could feel it.
Yeah.
Even one of your former employees told me that there is a dark spot around me. My aura is quite dark. And it was not a good place. And I decided, because I saw on Kakao Talk that you were existing and you were offering a combined Pilates exercise with breathing. And I felt like that's maybe something I can
get help.
And when I came here, I felt very welcomed. I felt not judged. Starting with the exercises, I would say today it helped me to get my life back on track and saved my life. So it sounds a bit radical, but it's kind of the truth. So I think I'm very grateful to you, your husband, the team, and implemented through Pilates and the breathing.
Excellent. It's very touched to hear still. I remember the first day you walked in, and your postures, physically you were very worn out, and I'm as a psychotherapist, I could see your agonies from your face. And I remember that we have a long conversation the first day when you walk in outside in the garden, and you burst tears, and to somebody who's a strange, which you wouldn't do otherwise. But I felt that this man has had the very, very hard past. That's something that we could embrace you a little bit.
You did, yes. Very much. Maybe especially your husband and trainer, Simon, who did this without judgmental things. Because some lessons went into balancing, stretching, working on strengths and core strengths, but some lessons also went into more therapeutic sessions. So we just talked, and then made some exercises aside. That was a tough time.
I think, when everybody's burned out, and particularly in professionally or family-wise, we just need somebody else, other human beings who can just be next to you and showing that the life goes on and world is okay, and don't just be in that hole. It's a kind of reflecting to those people who's in the ordinary spot. That itself will give you the little different perspective maybe. It's just the human touch is what you just
Sometimes
needed.
life didn't continue, and last year didn't continue.
That's
I felt
right.
like I stand still, and
Time stopped.
problems are not solved, and I had
That's
to
right.
wait, and I had to be patient, and
That's right.
so. But I think Pilates all over gave me something to do and see physical progress and mental progress.
Yeah.
I remember I couldn't breathe, for example, for not at all the given 7 seconds.
Yeah.
And now I can do easily 10 or 12 seconds.
I know. It's amazing, isn't it?
So and it works as a tool to relax and to gain energy back. So, but there were times where I didn't see much progress, and I was very frustrated.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I remember we were also waiting for you to come back with your own feet. So we also needed to wait for you, but we knew that you were gonna come when the time is right. So all those things is a lot of connections to other human beings who can listen to you, who can work for you, who think about you. It's all that matter. But when we are in the conflict of our own, we forgot, because we are only in the dark circle, right? So, but when you come here, that there are people who can only be with you for this 1 hour and can just provide you and talk to you like ordinary times.
yeah. So, but I spend almost every time 2 hours here, because I do 1 hour exercise. I do 15 minutes breathing. I have a tea, and I have a good chat. So all together, I think it's
Therapeutic
almost, it's
in a way.
kind of therapeutic environment.
Yeah.
With, as I said, without judgment, with some good ideas or life advice. So I think what you're offering is quite an interesting package. At least for me, it was helpful. I don't know if it will be for others, but
Okay.
people coming with different starting points. Mine was very, very, very dark. And clearly I'm out of this now. I made about 60 sessions.
Yeah.
And I feel more core strength. I feel which muscles I need to stretch every day. I take it home as a homework. I think my posture has changed. I'm wouldn't maybe say I'm back myself fully, but
You're on the track.
I'm fully on the track, and I assume I need another 6 months of exercises to gain the fitness level I would need for my age. So, and even it should be how do you say, an exercise for your life. I should continue that. That's wherever right. I am. So,
just keep going, right?
Yeah.
Keep doing, no matter what happens.
But I think the environment here is, it's extremely contributing. And I think I have never had a day where I had a problem with maybe doing my exercises and then want to do it to the same level of energy every time, but I never came with hesitance here, and I'm always happy to come here. So, and I think that's the atmosphere I receive from you and your team. So
sounds great. Thank you very much that you felt that way, and very nice to hear that it was helpful in a way. You're talking about environments here. Could you tell me a little bit more about what particularly this particular environment inside? And we used to go to gardens too, right?
Yeah, I think it's a nice design. It has all the equipment you need. I'm coming early mornings, 8:30, so nobody is here. So I have the
Private.
coach and me, and I do individual trainings. So that's a real advantage to do it one-on-one. I can see the advantage to do it in a little group, but I think I was at a point where I didn't want to have someone around, and you provided that.
So it was a private, your own time, right?
Was private, my own time, my own problems, my own body rejections of certain exercises. Yeah. So you always have a tea you can drink, or a glass of water.
Yeah.
You do these additional exercises and looking at weight, looking at blood pressure, looking at other things, the combination of how your mental situation is and what the science says. So I think that's very interesting. So and you're gaining additional insights into yourself, and I think it's a wonderful relaxed environment. And it sharpens yourself. So over the last 6 months, I would say, I understood who I am, what my muscles can do and not, where I need to stretch, where are resistances in the body. And I think we together strengthen it. We're working on these things. There's no fixed curriculum.
Okay.
So we are very flexible in terms of adjusting and finding the needs of the day, because you have different days with
different places.
If I did a bike ride, my muscles are tight, and so I need to stretch first more than later on. So I think we applied all the flexibilities me as an individual needed. So I think for me is a right tool. It's a right way. I don't think that I would cope better with yoga or other things. I think Pilates is a very strong set of tools and exercises together who are helping you to build a strong body again. And
That's
especially
right.
in my age, I'm 57, so that's a long way to go, because for 25 years I haven't done much work in extreme environments, mentally and physically, and so I haven't had the chance really to do systematic things. So
So this environment, if I summarize well, with all your personal experiences, this place provides you your private time, and it gives you your pace, and you learn how to use your body and how to listen to your body in a kind of a comfortable setting.
Yeah, very much.
Yeah. Okay. So other people go to the Pilates studio too, right? So if you haven't been probably, but you can just imagine like other sports studio. So if you compare to the ordinary Pilates studio, SoManas centers are definitely very different from your perspective. Is that correct?
I would say so. So I have used in former times some gyms where that doesn't provide you any personal protection, personal service or something like that. I think I've seen once in Australia a Pilates studio, and I didn't like the setup. But again, I choose by deliberately your studio without knowing it, but the offer you are giving, also with I think with the breathing is something with people underestimating today, how important it is and how it affects your body, to the point that I think you can ask your husband maybe separately, but I think I gained a lot of sensitivity for my own body, for my for my muscles, for my ability to stretch, for my stability, for correcting myself. The awareness and sensitivity is from 0 to 100 or 200 risen, and at the will further rise. And I think you can't take it away anymore. I think I had it as a young man, but not for a while when I lived in containers and living between bombs and dead people and so on. So I've seen many difficult things. So in a way, I think it helps to heal in a good way.
Connecting to your pure self when you are not traumatized or through all the hardship, right? It's there, but it hasn't been there for you when you need it. But now it's your journey to connecting to your strong, pure self, where it has always been, and you will need it from now. So
I suffer even from it when I was on Christmas holidays. I thought, I can do it myself, and I can take a ring or a roller, or how do you call it, with me, but it's not enough. I think it's the exercises, and actually I'm very impressed about the
machines.
The machines, what they offer, how many exercises you can do, how many different things you can do. I think that's quite impressive. I didn't know that. So right. I'm always discovering something new. So
okay. Well, Joseph Pilates, who's from Germany, where you're from too, invented this wonderful thing. When he invented, he didn't call Pilates, he called it Contrology. He wanted to bring the soul and spirits into connecting to your body. And he knew that the body, when body is really need to learn and improve, you cannot do just with your body. You need to bring your mind, you need to bring your spirits into that too. So in a way that these machines are perfect. It's you have a relationship to this little machine while you're exercising with the spring, the difference of the springs and different positions. You're kind of having relationship with these machines, which help you to also connecting to your own relationship to your body, yourself, and also to other people. So it's a brilliant. Joseph Pilates is a brilliant, and I wanted to use it up to the optimizing level of body and mind connections for anyone. And all human beings carry their own agony, and we cannot judge whether somebody has a more and somebody has a less. And doesn't matter. It works to anyone, to connecting to it.
I can't speak generally because I only made this specific experiences, but it seems like you focusing on the mental aspect as well.
That's right.
If you would be in a group, I assume it's maybe less, but I think I can only recommend to do individual sessions for a while, so that you learn for yourself. And I think you definitely take this time. So I made as I said, a kind of life-saving experiences here. I can be strict or strong on that.
That's right. I resonate to everyone here, and including you. I myself has been a long-term chronic patient of muscular pains and going through the hardships for over a long period of time. Like you, I wanted to focus on the pain relief, but eventually what I realized, I needed to bring back my strength from losing my control over my body and my mind. And I think for that, Pilates seems to be perfect than yoga or any other brilliant stuff they can provide it. But what I thought what I thought what is needed for people who's going through the really hardship physically and mentally over a long period of time. We want to hold our strength inside of us. We want to practice that. And that is the core of it. And then in order to do that, we have to learn self-awareness of your mind, but body awareness, breathing have to be there, and acknowledgements. And you'd also need some knowledge of how mind works, and all of that is required. But you can't just go to get every single thing to all different specialties. You don't have a time, and having each one may not just be as powerful as when you have all of it, like here when we try to provide you. So I think that's basically what you experience. I mean, learning breathing is meaningful, not just for the Pilates itself. It's just give your time, a complete time to yourself, right? Just be here and now, and remind you where you are now, instead of all your hard experience. A person inside of you is lost in the past and keep bringing you to the past, or there's some worried keep bringing you to the future, but you also living right now. But when you're dragged down to the past or to the future, you don't actually live the right now. So the breathing, connection, self-awareness is all bring you back to where you are now at the same time, and give you the power and strength to connecting to yourself.
I think you're right. So I had strong pain everywhere in my body, especially in the legs, and I couldn't roll on the roller and things like that. It was really, really painful. But I think over time Pilates helped to get over that and stretch the muscles and
That's right.
But also I took the results of the tests we did here to my doctor, and we looked where certain supplements are missing, which did a lot of blood tests. So we complemented that, and I think altogether we came to a point. I don't have any pain at the moment.
Of course, yeah.
It's maybe some stretching things. So I think you provide these environments where you can deal with these things in a complementary way. But I think the exercises, and I do it quite regularly 3 times, and then maybe some gymnastic at home now. It tells you every day where you are.
That's right.
Yeah, and there were real frustrating times, and now it's more and more positive because I see the progress. So I lost a lot of weight over time.
Yeah.
I brought my jacket to
That's
show
right.
you. So but in principle,
I know.
In principle is I think I started a quite healthy life, and and you providing the environment for that. So thank you for that.
Thank you very much. Yeah. So basically that I, as a psychologist, but also I'm also the instructor of Pilates, right? The both of them, the target for me to provide to my clients is to bring their self-leadership back to their life, and they can own their body. They can really feel to own their body and mind. That is our ultimate goal.
Good.
So
in my case, you were very successful.
That's right. I'm very glad to hear that. Really, really glad to hear that. Okay, finally, can you share some messages to people who might be hesitating to come here and use it?
I think the key messages are, I think you need to, I only know the German word, but I think you need to convince yourself to come regularly here. The environment here is a right environment, I would say, who helps you and supports you. I think the journey you are going, and it's a journey, so don't expect that everything is perfect in the beginning. It's painful, it's frustrating, but I think you have the right coaches here who get you through that and keep you motivated and try different approaches. So I think that's what I experienced. Yeah. So I think that's so if you get yourself ready and bring yourself in here, then it's a good point. I mean, you can come less than I come and do more at home. Yeah, but I think it's a really interesting way. And if you combine it with some other kind of sports, or you need and mental help, if you don't need, if you just want to get fit, I think it's also the way. In my case, I think the repeating frequencies of certain exercises, we started with 5 or 10 times, and now we're at 60 times for certain exercises. And it has a real effect on your body. Yeah. So, and if there's a day you are not so fit, you can do just some stretching and things. So I think I can only repeat myself that the key message is it's worthwhile to try it.
Yeah.
And if you get a rhythm into yourself, into your life, then you are helping very much in that. So
so you will recommend anyone who's struggling, whether that's physically or mentally?
I would say not only struggling, but I think it's an excellent way to make yourself fit again.
Okay.
Not only for life, but just I think it has a similar effects like a gym, like other things, and it looks much more beyond
just the physical things, right?
Yeah, just to looks at the whole combined personality and the needs you have. So I would talk around the bush now, but it's kind of very
helpful,
positive and healthy, and it's an unstressful environment, so you can choose your rhythm with your coach. And so just do it, try it, and don't give up, and toy for everybody who wants to try it and want to come here. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Yeah, that was very helpful. I hope people who's in the dark place, like Helge used to be, whether that was a physical or mental, Helge guarantee that you will get some help from us, and we will be assisting you everything that we can in our power. Okay, thank you, and have a good day.
Yeah, you too. So thank you.